All right. We're back. Sorry for the delay. My guest was just setting up. As you guys know, I told you guys we're gonna have some fun in the studio. We're gonna have some firsts. So tell one, tell all. It is going to be amazing. We have done on Only Good News things that no one else has ever done in studios before, and so Gavin is right here setting up everything, and he's just plugging in power. I got the power, right? And he's doing something else to get ready, and he's looking for something else. He claims he doesn't have his makeup on, but he's trying to get his makeup on. All right. So Gavin is right here. So on to my guest. So this guy is bound to be, Mr. Man, plug your thing inside now. Bound to be written about in our history books as one of those people who was greatly influential on the music scene in St. Kitts, from a performance perspective, from a I said performance already? Performance perspective, from a producer perspective, from an education perspective. And I won't spend much time on this interview because we have a lot to share as a packed program. And we'll probably end up being one of these episodes where you guys say, well, we didn't have enough time. So Gavin, Black Sox, The Hook, what's good, man? Everything is good, but I can't hear you.
I don't know why.
Okay, I can hear you now.
1 2 1 2 1 2
1 2 1 2.
Jamster, you got me, man?
What part we can hear you? So okay, first thing that came to your mind when I told you to be on my show.
Boy, what exactly coming on your show to do?
To be yourself, man.
What is he going to ask me when I get here?
Trust me.
What am I going to do?
Well, let's dive right in. The first thing I'm going to ask you, what is music to you?
Well, to me, music is a chance to get away from the troubles of life. A chance for me to express myself. And also a chance for me to have fun, of course.
Okay. So actually, Azam was my final guest on my show last year, right? And we spoke about how he had humble beginnings in the church and how they influenced him. Do you have a similar story to tell?
Well, we basically have the same story because we actually grew up together, been playing music together, both in church and outside of church.
But he was in a church in St. Paul's, and you were in church.
I was in church in town.
Okay.
I mean, I used to go to church in Sadlers as well.
Sadlers, that's him. Sadlers, right?
Yeah. I used to visit him in church, man. But we were a part of a band called Royalties, who tend to
be coming there. Don't worry.
Okay.
Trust me.
We went.
Pull up. Actually, you remember the first time? Were you there in Royalties when I didn't know the word was pull up? And we were playing a tune that was just hype, and I just said, "Pull out!"
Pull out,
yeah.
That was a long time.
And that was actually a reason for them to pull up the song because I said the wrong thing. But anyway, so were you playing keys? What was it you started with in the church?
I actually started playing bass and saxophone. I was a part of a 3-piece band that used to back, artists and choir. We were part of a choir that used to tour the Caribbean and everything. So I was a bass man. I had knowledge of the keys, but that wasn't my main instrument.
The main instrument was a sax.
Yes, the main instrument was a sax.
Okay. So, when did you get broke out?
What?
Come on, listen. Your mom didn't seem too happy when she saw me 2 weeks ago in church. She was like, why isn't he here? And I did saying to myself, like, I don't think she knows I haven't been in church since COVID.
You make me look bad. You were supposed to send me a message and say, hey, Gavin, we're going to church this week. I'm going to be there. So make sure you're there.
Bye.
Yeah?
Trust me, it was at the end of the Sabbath. End of the show, and then she came to me. She's like, "Yeah," I was like, "My gosh." But yeah, I thought about asking you to play with me last week, because I had to play. Clyde was like, "Yeah, I need you to play first Sabbath in the year." I was like, "What am I gonna play?" I said, "Oh, that's easy to find out." So I think we were gonna play. I was gonna ask you if we can play the prayer.
Well, we could have, but that's a woman and a man song. So, which part you I wanted to play the. I would have
Mr.
wanted
Man,
to play the
the
male
saxophone is the woman,
No,
and
no,
the trumpet is the man.
No.
So yeah, we
Not
correct.
that.
We have that right.
Not.
Wait, when Christ is coming back in His glory, what is the instrument that's going to raise people from the dead again?
Saxophone.
That's why you need to come to church more often. The Bible doesn't mention the saxophone anywhere, ever.
That's true.
Okay.
But you have to realize that the Bible doesn't say woman either. Right?
Okay. I rest my case, right? So, so you were in Pathfinders and whatnot, right?
Yes. I was in a part of Pathfinder, the part of the Pathfinder drum band. I was a part of the Adventure Club as well. Also, I was the drill director at one point within the Pathfinder Club.
So how did that experience influence where you are today? Now, Ike was on here a couple of weeks ago, and he spoke very positively about that experience helping him to where he is today.
Yeah, actually it has. Being a part of the Pathfinder Club, it gave me the opportunity to meet and interact with a lot of young persons, a lot of different persons as well. So I think being a part of the club, I grew up in being open and interested in meeting new persons and exploring new things and new avenues that I don't think that I would have if I wasn't exposed to that at an early age.
Okay. So, at some point, you went to the Soca Mecca, Trinidad. What about their experience there has influenced, well, enhanced your appreciation for the genre of soca?
I would say that before going to Trinidad, I used to, when I got into the actually production phase, started to make beats, I started to be around different bands. At the time I had a certain knowledge of soca. Well, I thought I did.
Right.
You know, and compared to what was happening in St Kitts at the time, it was I feel that, you know, it was good. I was at a level that I was comfortable. But when I got to Trinidad to study now, I was exposed to a lot of musicians who basically was into soca and other genres, but I didn't have the knowledge that they had. Like, you know, we would go to work on pieces or play pieces, then I would discover like what I know of soca. The feel was totally different.
Yep.
You know, it's like, and they would always laugh at me and say, you know, that's not really soca you're playing Wailers.
Yep. Yep.
Playing Wailers. And I would try to tell them, oh, no, this is soca. What I ain't really having in this element, I don't have in that, and you know, this is what soca is. And but you know, I realized that soca is part element, but it's more about the feel and the groove, you know. And I feel like a lot of us here in St. Kitts, I think we need to, you know, I wouldn't have known if I didn't go.
Right.
You know, as much as I would stay home and listen.
I was about to say that, but
it's different out there.
When you immerse yourself in the experience itself, it's a lot different.
Yeah, totally different.
And see rubbing shoulders with people you thought were on your level, and then they just come with something. You're like, boy, and you just kind of call back into your shell, and you feel inspired to go. Okay, I need to get better. I need to learn more. So first of all, one first thing we're gonna talk about, because we some of us may not know about your infamous song that you produced in Trinidad, "Make Me Fail." Right? Now, Jamstar, run that song, just and we're gonna hear the story behind this right after this. Turn it up.
Yeah, this one is a Cedar Hall mix. Exam massive, Black Sox massive, gluten massive. Wake up in the morning to the sound. Wake up and I just can't understand. girl named Crystal. She had an exam and ain't went nowhere. She said last night she had some spicy gluten, and when she wake up this morning, what? Diarrhea! Can't make me feel me exam. Can't make me feel me exam. Can't make me feel me exam. I said gluten come and make me feel me exam. I was talking to a guy named Ryan. He said he's sitting in the dentist seat. Ain't sure for none of his exam. A piece of café.
Okay, turn down. So Gavin, but that's an epic tune. Epic. Every time I need a pick me up, I listen to that song. What's the story behind that song?
Well,
I want to hear it.
basically, you know, we were all stressed out about exams. You know, every day, you know, coming on to the end of the semester, the lecturers seem to find it best that at the end of the semester they know we're preparing for exams. They will still give a lot of assignments, a lot of quizzes and projects and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the university that I went to, CAF was not the best thing. The food, compared to the food that I knew back home, that was the worst, one of the worst tasting things I've ever tasted in my life. Yeah, and I think part of it is that the university that I went to, they practice the healthy lifestyle.
Right.
So
Healthy doesn't mean taste bad.
yeah, healthy doesn't usually mean taste bad, but I feel they were just messing with us. Like, so yeah, I feel they were just messing with us. And what happened was that we had exam coming up, and we started this joke saying, you know, but if you go to the CAF, there's no way you're passing that exam. No way you're passing that exam. So we had it like as a joke, you know, like between me and my crew, my friends from Antigua and stuff. So we would just be there, just, you know, releasing some stress and just being creative, and we end up recording the song and put it out. And we put it on YouTube.
Bye.
And but it just took off. I mean, a lot of persons in the university just took this song to a whole different level. Like I could remember my first exam.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the CAF for lunch. I had my exam in the afternoon, and for the first time, I walked into the cafeteria and went straight to the deck. There was no line. There was no corners. No line bent on the corner. So I asked the lady, so where everybody? What kind of?
You song?
And I said, you ain't here? I said, here what? But CAF make people fail the exam. So nobody going to the cafeteria. Nobody going because they work. So I was like, serious? And nobody going.
But as the next one, you had a story about toilet paper. What was that one? What was that one about?
Rather.
Tell us.
Yeah, for some strange reason, we found that, you know, during the regular semester,
Mm-hmm.
the persons at the female dorm, they weren't given any toilet paper. They had to purchase their own, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for the regular public bathroom. So we thought we realized we heard a story of, you know, the females would just go to the bathrooms at the library, at like different places around campus, and just steal toilet paper. Because they found it, well, it was ridiculous that the fellows would be provided with these basic necessities, and they won't.
Yeah.
So they decide, oh, we ain't buying nothing. We just steal it. So, you know, we got creative one day and just decided, but we're going to just put it together. And we put it out, and it was just for kicks, you know, as usual. Had a real good time with it.
Was it another hit?
It was, but not as big as the first one.
Boy, when I listen to soca from Trinidad, there's something peculiar about the harmonization, right? That adds color to the song, like the musicians. And I've started to see some soca artists bringing that here, and so welcome addition. Now, what else about Trini soca do you think we're adding now to our music that's making it different and enhancing it?
One, I think the structure, the overall structure of it. I think what was happening at first was that when we started soca here, it was like everyone was a bit skeptical in the sense of, we were accustomed to one thing over and over. So it was hard for the regular artist or individual to get up and try something that was different to what we were accustomed to. So you had that specific group who were a bit resistant to change, and because they just felt, but everything, that's somebody else's thing. But then there was also another group who was like, well, I suppose I try this, but I failed. Over the years, we saw that change, with the development of the soca man.
Actually, Jamster, turn up this part of the song. Turn it up, because this is what he's talking about. Gavin produced this song, by the way. That's why we're playing it. You hear those chords? We don't typically hear this in our calypso, in our soca music here. And the transitions and changing. Okay, you can turn it back down. Right? So I really appreciate what you're bringing. And this song, I think, is definitely going to, well, if we do it properly, it's going to make it big. But indulge me for a second. We have the talent from the artist's perspective. We have the talent from the production. We have the talent from the band. Why, again, aren't Kittitian artists being revered on the world stage as some of our counterparts in the region?
That's a very good question. I think
it's not talent anymore.
No, I don't think it's talent. I think part of it is the seriousness.
Well, you're serious.
I'm just one person, and you might say I'm serious, but I'm serious to what degree? Now, I might be serious in terms of I'm looking a new song for myself, or what I feel like the industry should aim for. But other persons are not looking for that, or maybe they are comfortable in what they are presently doing. Now, for me, my level of seriousness might be just, I want to sound different from everybody else, and that's that. Your level of seriousness might be, I want to have a different sound. Okay, I want to go into different markets and interact with the different players to see how I can introduce them to my music. How can I can actually build a fan base, actually get other persons to like my music. Okay. So I think it has a lot to do with the mindset and where we actually want to reach.
Well, let me tell you, right? You are definitely adding to that element of newness, and I appreciate what you've done. And some people don't know that your brother is Mr. Hype, and some people don't know that you're the music man behind the scenes making it all happen. But from what I gather, he got thrust into that limelight by mistake with Walk It. I mean, there's a story behind that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Hype. Basically, when he got into that, it wasn't really his intention to become a soca monarch, soca artist. It wasn't really his intention to go into the soca monarch. We're just farming the fool and bouncing ideas, and basically did a song for fun, for jokes, and but the song just took off, So after the song got that popular, he had no choice, of course, but to go into the soca monarch, which made him started to think in the direction of an artist. Like, okay, I'm going into soca monarch. How would I translate this music that I have into an actual performance? How do I take it from point A to point B and then to point C and try to be successful if I'm actually going to be successful in winning the crown?
So let's put it this way. He kind of got thrust into soca not because he wanted to, but he heard a beat that he liked.
Yeah.
And then he went on and theoretically figured out what he had to do to make it big and win. That's hard work, that's talent, that's also support, and that's also uniqueness. So, I mean, I can't say enough about you, what you're doing to just change the game, man. Now, after that experience, from a production's perspective, would you say that you come up with a beat to suit somebody's needs, or they come up with with a need to say, okay, I want a beat to fit this. How does that work from a production perspective?
Sometimes the producer will create a beat and shop it around, take it to different artists, and artists will jump on the rhythm. They will go and write based on the actual beat. Mm-hmm. Whereas there are some artists who have this idea and they will go to a producer and tell them, look, I have this idea. Like just before coming here, one of my artists was actually by me, putting down some tracks, a demo track, saying, I have this idea for the song and this is my melody. Ba 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 ba. Record it, and after the show I have to go back and build something around it to actually give it the feeling of marriage, both the beat and the vocals.
Okay, we're gonna see a little bit more about that actually soon. But one thing I want to say that I really admire you for is your respect and your love for children, and ensuring that there will be continuity from a perspective of music education. You have a music institute, Asara Marie. When did this start, and where do you see this ending up? Now, when I become a thousandaire, I am going to invest in this, as in proper indoor location with practice rooms, performance stage, instruments, everything, because music singularly opened many doors for me more than any other thing, and that's why I'm successful. And so I want to definitely give back. But tell us more about the school. Don't leave anything out. Your challenges, your triumphs, plugs for more students, everything. Just talk.
Basically, the school is entering its third year.
Okay.
We started operating in the Singer building.
Yeah, I remember.
We basically we teach different instruments to.
Which instruments?
We teach just. I'm getting to that actually.
Okay, go ahead.
We teach different instruments to kids and adults alike. Right now we're featuring the clarinet,
okay,
saxophone, trombone, piano, bass guitar, and drums. And then when you become one of our instructors,
I knew that was coming.
Of course, we're gonna be teaching the trumpet.
All right. He didn't say if, he said when. I see what you did there, Gavin. But with all due respect, I do want to be a part of that. That's part of what I need to be doing. Be a part of the change I want to see. So don't complain that we don't have any trumpeters here if I don't want to be a part of the solution.
Yes.
So you're gonna see me there.
Definitely.
All right.
Appreciate that. But what we're trying to do is, over the years we have saw a decline in the love for traditional instrumentation.
Right.
You don't really see as many saxophone players like before, trumpeters. Nope. It's like everybody is, times have changed, and everybody is into computers and rhythm box and that kind of thing. So anytime you hear anything to do with music, it's typically, the big bands, other than the calypso bands. It's either calypso or the wireless bands where not much focus isn't on that. And being a horn player, I thought it best that something be put in place so that the youths have an avenue to come and express themselves through music.
That is a crime solution I can endorse.
Nice.
You start from early.
Yeah.
You keep them occupied. So you don't know what you're doing, man. You're changing the game. That's why I have a lot of respect for you. But I also looked at your pictures yesterday when I was looking for a picture for the show, because you didn't send me a picture in time. And I saw how prominent your daughter is in your life. And it made me smile to see you bring her to practices. And she and my daughter, they're right here in the studio, have developed quite an amazing friendship as a result of that. And it's funny to see both of these Brocote Adventists with their daughters going everywhere they go. But speak about how she's motivating you to be and to do better. I mean, the name of your school says it all.
Yeah, man, my daughter's amazing, man.
Bring her. Come, we're talking about you. Okay, this is show and tell.
That is all.
We're dad girls, y'all. We are both dad girls. Say hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Asawa.
Asawa?
Hello.
Hello, see you over there. Yeah, this is Asara Marie. I actually named the school after her.
Yep.
Because when I see I'm inspired to do great things, and the joy that she has on a day-to-day basis, it just makes me feel good. And I think that's something that music does as well. Music makes everyone feel good.
It's a superpower.
Yeah. So she's also enrolled in the school. How old are you again?
5 years old.
Yeah, she's 5 years old. She's enrolled in the school, learning saxophone.
Sax.
Yeah, she's actually in the process of learning to read. She can go out and identify different types of notes. She understand what a music staff. So what is a music staff?
A music staff is a combination of 5 lines and 4 spaces where music notes are written.
Yeah, she had. No, I always say that if I started learning music at her age,
Bye.
yeah, I feel like I would have been a real maestro.
So you're living out your life through her in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
So, well, now it was months. Okay, kids, you can go and play again. It was months ago when I truly appreciated the woman who has been by your side for over
Oh
10
my
years. And me and you were talking for well over an hour about a topic she had no interest in. And we were so immersed in the conversation, we forgot that she was around. And she never once rushed you or complain or say anything to suggest that she was antsy. She just understood that this was a conversation that was serious and needed to be given its due time and consideration. And then seeing her backstage for the Calypso Finals brought a smile to my face. So I'm letting you know that if you don't already know, that she being the way she is has a lot to do with your progress and your success. And I really admire your bond with her. But that's my take. Now is your turn to earn some cool points
But
with her and big her up in your own way.
I just hear one name. Suppose she was hiding.
Bye.
She ain't angry, but suppose she just waiting until you go to hit me a scuff.
Bye, maybe, but she did a good job letting us have the conversation, which was the objective.
Yeah. Carla, Carla has always been there supporting. As you see, Carla is here right now.
She's right there.
That's management behind you.
She's right there.
Carlo has always been there to help me make a lot of decisions when it come around, my life, our daughter, the school. Like, I remember when, we were about to start the school, like, we were back and forth. Well, I was back and forth in thought because my thing is, should I go into this, invest money into all of, getting all these instruments and that kind of stuff, and, parents don't sell their children. Because, here in St Kitts, we tend to think of music as not something serious, but just a hobby, something you can do.
Right.
So I was a bit skeptical, and, she was right there telling me, this is a dream, push for it, make it happen. You're going to have up times, you're going to have down times, you're going to get frustrated, but I'm here with you. And she has always been there, and, I must say thanks to her for that.
She's right. Cool points, man.
Yeah,
Hey, you gotta thank me, man.
Yeah, man. Good job, man. Big up yourself.
Bye. That's amazing. Well, we've come to the end of that segment of the program, which is an interview. We have 9 minutes to do the last segment.
Wow.
And guys, this is the part I was talking about all this time. We were supposed to have a little bit more time, but we're going to come up with a song, with a produced song right here in the studio. We're going to see Gavin. He has his whole studio here with me. He has a computer, a mixer board, a keyboard, and I'm going to give him parameters to compose a beat, a song, and we're actually going to run with this when we're done, because I actually have an idea. Because I've said before, we can go big.
Okay.
There's nothing, it's not the talent. I decided it's not the talent. It's not the type of music we play. It's just something more than so. Let's theoretically right here birth something and think about, you know what, let's try to make this particular song big. All right, so I'm going to ask you a phrase. Now, Gavin, Jamsa, you can turn that down, right? So this is a song about a phrase that we typically say in this country. I'm going to ask you a question. What are you saying? That's what we normally like to say when we say hello, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if the real response to that question is saying kids? So what are you saying?
Saying kids.
I'm saying kids. Now, it's a double entendre, whatever, to say I am St. Kitts, and I am also saying kids. And I am from St. Kitts, and I do St. Kitts, and I love St. Kitts. So,
Follow your heart.
Exactly. So now, can you see where we're going?
Yeah.
So if we do this properly, this can be that next generation anthem that can be featured on tourism videos and everything. So I want you to start thinking of this groove. This is the genius happening.
That sounds like an African rhythm, boy. So we're not talking soca here now.
We're talking a fusion of soca calypso.
Okay, I got you.
And then neo soul.
Okay.
So we're gonna add some neo soul. So we're fusing, we're combining our influences from our backgrounds.
Okay. Me hear anything in my ears.
Okay, keep going. So what you're saying, kids. All right. So there's going to be a call and response segment to that. Now we're having technical difficulties. We're not hearing what's coming through the mixer board thingamajig. It's just kind of soft. Okay, so Jamster will fix that. All right. So what about your keyboard? Is anything?
Well, it's all connected to the computer.
Okay.
So
Whatever should be coming out of the computer should be coming. This one? Okay, so we're going to switch cables. Just to take that out. The red cable is over there. So sometimes these technicalities happen right on the spur of the moment. But we're going to birth something here. I just want you guys to appreciate what it's like for Gavin to go through his creation process of creating a song, a beat, a tune, or something. So,
up some more.
now I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Nothing? Check it out.
No.
Nope. Don't tell me this is an epic fail. Really? Really? This was supposed to be hot.
Yeah. We might have to come back to do it.
We may have to come back to do it.
Looking so.
We may have to come back to do it. Hold on. Play that again? Nah, I didn't hear that. Okay. I can hear that.
You can?
Yeah, but it's kind of faint. Okay. All right. Well,
Let's do him out, man.
so what you saying, kids? What you saying, kids? What you saying, kids? Saying kids. So what you saying, kids? What you saying, kids?
Jump it now.
What you saying, kids? What you saying, kids? What you saying, kids? So where you come from, saying kids? Where you love and saying kids? I know it's good. What you saying, kids? Now for the next question. Will you do? So the point is, you get it now?
Yeah. Is that good idea?
I know it's a good idea. We were supposed to create this, but now that you have a studio,
Yeah.
we're gonna hash it out and make it big. Make it into another anthem, almost like Viva St Kitts, Nevis Nice, because we can learn from the successes of those who have come before us. Make sure we have the live horns. Make sure we have the fat chords. Make sure we have a good bass, a good hook. It already has a good hook because it's a call and response, right? So you can now picture a whole audience where you ask the question, where you from? And then everybody responds. Right. So, and then have merchandise with the song, with the shirts, with the hats and everything. We can go big.
We're going to put Jamstar on the cowbell.
Right.
Jamstar on the cowbell.
All right. Well, people, we still didn't get to do everything we wanted to do, but we birthed something here, and we're going to run with it. That just came in my head. I didn't have a tune, I didn't have anything. So...
But sometimes there's some persons who don't plan a lot better than those who plan. Like I've gone on so many shows and performed. Yes, we had a plan, but plans that change. Sometimes the plan that you felt was supposed to be for plan A was not really supposed to be plan A.
Right.
So.
Wow, good one. Well. One more minute. We have a rapid fire session. We can play that shake tune again. Shake, watch your mouth. Yeah. The big tune. Rapid fire. So.
You like this tune, boy?
I love by the bounce hard to that in the car,
You got a remix featuring you, man.
All right, rapid fire. One question. When you piss me off, feed this to me and I'll instantly be happy. You have to answer the question.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, go again.
When you piss me off, feed this to me and I'll be instantly happy.
Candy.
You hear that, Carla? Candy? I would really love to learn how to play this instrument.
Sax.
What? Whatever.
Wait, it's for me or for
you? Rapid fire.
Okay. I got you. Let's go.
I would really love to play how to play this instrument.
Trombone.
All right. Most famous person I've accompanied is?
Calabash.
Person who is most likely to get married next from the original Royals band is?
As in Bailey.
I love it. Most embarrassing moment on stage. Now, for me, this happened years ago. I was playing calypso for what's her name? Socrates' daughter.
Anastasia.